but my teaching classifies me as a Wahhabi.
Let's deal with the ISI and the Pakistani military, and let's go recruit these mujahideen, and let's get some to come from Saudi Arabia and other places, importing their Wahhabi brand of Islam so that we can go beat the Soviet Union. And guess what? They retreated, they lost billions of dollars, and it led to the collapse of the Soviet Union. So
it's time for the moderate Islam of bin Salman.
Independent Islamic Republic.
Saudi Arabia is changing faster than ever, and the world is watching. Just a few years ago, the kingdom was one of the strictest Islamic countries on earth. Women couldn't drive. There were no cinemas, no concerts, and definitely no Halloween parties. The religious police could arrest you for simply listening to music or not dressing appropriately. But under Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, also known as MBS, everything is being turned upside down. Women are now driving. Movie theatres have reopened after being banned for 35 years. International music festivals are being held in Riyadh with DJs, fireworks, and dancing crowds. Even Halloween is now celebrated publicly. People wear costumes and take photos in the street. All of this would have been unthinkable 10 years ago. But behind these big changes lies something even deeper. Mohammed bin Salman is not just modernizing Saudi Arabia, he's completely rewriting the country's relationship with Islam. For almost 280 years, Saudi Arabia was ruled by an alliance between two families, the royal Al-Saud family, who handled politics, and the Al-Sheikh family, who controlled religion.
The Wahhabi is the one who takes the weapons from Santa Claus and takes the money from Santa Claus.
The Al-Sheikhs were descendants of Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, a man who started Wahhabism, a man from the Najd region of Saudi Arabia. And this guy spread a very strict and a very literal version of Islam. This partnership, known as the Diriyah Pact, began in 1744 and shaped everything about Saudi life, from the laws to the way people dressed and behaved. Now that old alliance is gone. King Salman, based on proposals by his son Mohammed bin Salman, has appointed Sheikh Saleh Al-Fawzan as the new Grand Mufti. Now, the new Grand Mufti, that's the highest religious position in Saudi Arabia. But here's the twist. Al-Fawzan is not from the Al-Sheikh family. That means a 280-year-old religious dynasty has officially ended. Mohammed bin Salman says he wants to promote moderate Islam. He told the Atlantic magazine that there is no Wahhabism in Saudi Arabia and that we're all just Muslims. But I'm not convinced, and of course, a number of you who follow me, you're not either. The new Grand Mufti, Al-Fawzan, teaches that Muslims must not rebel against their ruler, even if he's corrupt or unjust. He says opposing the ruler is a major sin. That means the government, not religion, decides what Islam should look like in Saudi Arabia. So while the country looks more open on the outside, concerts, tourism, Halloween, its version of moderate Islam is tightly controlled from the top. And it's quite clear, my dear friend. Freedom is allowed, but only within the limits set by the Crown Prince. For example, women can drive, but activists who campaign for their right were jailed. Music festivals are encouraged, but independent journalists who criticize reform risk prison. Of course, Saudi Arabia's transformation is real, but it's very strategic. The kingdom wants to attract global investors, tourists, and technology companies, and get closer to Israel. And to do that, it's changing its image from the land of Wahhabism to the land of moderate Islam. But Muslims around the world, Muslims from non-Arab regions, especially Indonesia, Malaysia, Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, Nigeria, Ghana, Somalia, Libya, East Timor, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, right? They should be asking this question. Can a government that once exported strict Wahhabi Salafi teachings which spread terror across the planet suddenly be trusted to define what moderate Islam should look like. Is this true reform or just a new form of control? Saudi Arabia may look more open than ever before, but the question still remains: who really controls this new version of Islam? Thanks for listening to the Independent Islamic Republic. Have a good night.
Independent Islamic Republic.